lane pick here for Hokori, which we'll have to wait and see, as the Shadow Demon will be the call. So this is looking what they ran previously, and that last lineup looked pretty good for him. Maybe aggressively as well, which is something we mentioned that they're going to have to emphasize trying to go up against this Medusa. Forward here, see what they can get, burn through the regen, and maybe try and slow Vitaly down. Oh god, down a little bit as they do jump in. Urshock into Cookie, gets them into position. The spear is going to push Rises back, but he's still in trouble here. Cara hits him up with the Scatter Blast, and how does he get out of this tree line? He's going to try and dance. Elmisho comes in with the disruption, but Rises is in there. He still gets the kill up in the top lane, as you said. Yeah, Gardick. No, Rises is here to back his teammate up. Scatter Blast comes in, and Vitaly's actually one who's gone too far. One more hit will do it, and Rises, oh, they're going to go for this, as Vitaly pushed in with a rebuke, but he's going to get stunned up by the Cookie before he can actually throw the spear out. But now that spear will be deployed, and Analog's actually TPing in as well. Power shot will come through, and Rises in some trouble. Shackle, well, it doesn't latch, but they don't need it to. It just locks it down long enough for Elmisho to get in there.
Actually made the rotation top to do something about this triple medium camp stack, but he's given away sort of the Batrider's lane, as the Tusk was also rotating over. So Kingteka alone. Oh boy, Kingteka, no health, no mana, quickly taken down, and Analog is there again. I mean, anytime they're in onto Elmisho at least, so that is going to get them one kill. The Shadow Demon will be taken away. He's going to disrupt himself, but he should still be dying. Meanwhile, Vitaly, going to get jumped in on. The snowball will lock him in place, and that is a couple of big ones. Elmisho and Vitaly both taken down. They don't get Analog, unfortunately, but ooh, he has to be careful.
There it is.
They don't have Epi, but
can actually do this. The wind run is out, and Analog should be able to get back, or maybe not. He's going to get pushed back by the flame break, and that shackle will save him. But Alone is still going. Burrow Strike gets him in. They need one more hit, and they will be able to get it. But now Elmisho's in. Purge will be dropped. Alone is in trouble. Gardick's TPing forward as well, and the Sand King will be taken down. So it is going to cost him his own life, but that is a big kill onto Analog. They need to be able to continuously put that pressure.
Well, they see him.
They want in. They see Kingteka. They're going to hit him up. The spear, it doesn't stun, but they won't need it to. Kingteka very, very clearly going to die there, and that's going to be some more stacks that Hokori, forcing your opponents to sort of panic to a certain extent. As speaking of panicking, Tano going to get jumped in on. He is going to get saved momentarily by that Cookie play, but he should still go down. But Alone, he's in there with the epicenter. It's a nice bit of damage. Gardick taken down already. Vitaly will fall as well. Tano is eventually finished off, but they're pinging it out. Gardick's going to check a little bit there with the Nature's Grasp, and he's got Overgrowth. So Egoboys at this point, they need to leave, but they're not going to do it in time. And now the Ursa is in some trouble. He did pop the Enrage though, so he's not dead just yet. But Lumiere pushing in with that Stone Gaze to lock him down. Rises is dead, but that's a nice Burrow Strike into the Mortimer Kisses. So Cara's going to be able to pick up the double, and Egoboys, they want to keep this fight going. Rises is actually going to buy back, but they're taking a lot of damage here. Lumiere is going to be able to take down Kingteka, and now Analog is buying back. Kingteka buying back. Oh my god, every buyback is going to be used here. We're just going again. Round 2 is ready. And Rises, can he get it? He's trying for it. He's so close to it, but Lumiere's going to come in. He grabs it.
Cookie. Oh no, Vitaly, so good.
Clutch play from Vitaly in there. They're going to be able to take the Aegis. The Cookie is just a little bit mistimed. Cara
going towards that Medusa late game where you just don't care.
Rises has been caught. He's hit up by the spear. The Purge comes in. Even the Soul Catcher deployed. He's gone. There's nothing that they could do about that one. Rises.
Elmisho, you're just going to get saved, and this tier 3, it only has 1,000 more HP. You still have Glyph, you haven't committed it yet, but Alone.
He burned a lot of that ult, though, not doing damage. Elmisho is probably still going to die, but now Vitaly's in there with the spear into the arena. Alone will be taken down. Tano is just going to straight up die here as well, although, okay, he's out for now, but Gardick comes in with that Overgrowth. They've locked him down. Tano will fall. Gardick, though, dropping an exchange as Rises is trying to push forward, but he is so low on HP, he has to back off. The Enrage is going to get him away, but I guess, technically speaking, mission accomplished if you're Egoboys. You push them off of your tower, but the cost is pretty high and the fight's not done. That's a huge play from Vitaly. Big in there with the spear pushback, and Lumiere just sort of stands his ground and continues to dish out the damage. Now they're back in, so mission unaccomplished. They do not push their opponents out of their base. Cara will be taken down, immediately going to commit the buyback, but at this point, that is the final buyback that they have in Vitaly. Come on, man, that's just not fair. Pushing in again, getting the spear stun. Lumiere grabs the Ultra. Can he get the Rampage? Needs a little bit more damage. Oof. Oh, Vitaly takes it away. No Rampage for Lumiere, but that is still going to be a clear-cut win. Alone. All right. More power to him. TP's in, goes for the Blink Burrow, and will take Vitaly down, but they still haven't dealt with Lumiere on this Medusa. And at this point, even if you get onto him, he's still holding the Aegis, so you just sort of bring him back up with full HP and mana, and you effectively just make him angrier.
And you're already out of buys. Ooh, if that lasso latched. But yeah, he doesn't really need to be scared of anything until that Ursa has respawned. And we might see him back off now. At least I would back off now. Okay, he's just walking out. He's still sticking around as his team. I mean, they're all here. Now you have Elmisho back, and man, Alone needs to be so careful.
He's playing with fire here, really, yeah. One play goes awry for him, and
goodbye.
He's gone. Purge should do the trick. And gone. So, Elmisho able to get that kill from long range. Lumiere, meanwhile, finishing off the racks, and Vitaly actually is going to rejoin his teammates here with a BKB in hand. It's a long walk from that middle lane, but he is coming up to reinforce this one. So, Hokori did lose a couple of heroes there, but by this point, everyone is back in, and they're really ready to go as Kingteka. He blinked out there. He was looking for the lasso, but didn't actually get it off. So, maybe an opportunity, but he's not actually going to fully commit for it. And now, I'm not really sure what is left in the tank for Egoboys. They're going to have to give it a go.
Egoboys, there's no split push play. They're just not strong enough. And you see Alone, he's just sitting in the base. He's going to pop a smoke on himself, try to get onto the backline. He needs to find the SD again, but there's still just the snake. Aegis is going to expire in 7 seconds, so Lumiere might look for the soft reset. We'll see if it gets disabled.
Trying to get him back, but there's going to be the lasso. Hold on. Can they time this out perfectly? Not quite. The Aegis does expire, so a little bit of that region will come into play. Not all of it, though. Now Alone. He's in there with a Burrow Strike into the epicenter. It's a lot of damage. Lumiere and Gardick both taken down. Vitaly now hit up by the Walrus Punch as well, but Analog, look at the man go, just pushing his way forward. But now that he's sort of too deep in, he is going to, or he was looking to TP out. He cancels it, though, or gets it canceled on him. Either way, Analog will be taken down. Rises grabs a double. Vitaly's now in some trouble. Trapped up inside of the shard. Snowball is going to be targeting him up as they are going to try and get onto him, but they're not going to be able to catch up. So instead, they'll focus on Elmisho. They catch the Shadow Demon hanging out here further to the east, and they should be able to finish him off as they will get 4 kills, and they have effectively saved their own skins. They're not out of the woods just yet, still down pretty massively, but that is, for now, a game-saving play as Vitaly, okay, he's going to be able to get one back as Tano goes too far forward, but that's absolutely huge for Egoboys. They desperately needed that play.
Yeah, and they make it perfectly timed onto the Aegis. They get the punishment, and really, I'm surprised Hokori, maybe they don't have the timer. Maybe that was just an actual misplay coming in from them as they were completely confident up until that point. 100% get punished for it, and while you still are in a very dominant position, now maybe you get that BKB on the Ursa. Maybe you're able to finish this F-Blade on the Sand King, and that does make that high ground push that little more difficult. And again, the Glyph is going to be able to reset, so I wonder if we're going to see Hokori run it back or take a little bit more of a measured response, wait for a few more items on Lumiere, as he is going to get them incredibly quickly. But I feel like if you're Hokori, you also just want to get out of this game. You feel like you're going to win no matter what.
Right, they just want to sort of get it over with, not give their opponents too much time. As Rises hit up by the Purge, hit up by the Soul Catcher, hit up by the Overgrowth, and he's not going anywhere. Rise is taken down, he's dead for about 45, so this could be the opening for Hokori to push back in, but if they want to go through the bottom lane, they do need to get this tier 2 tower first, so that could slow down the push a little bit for them. As what is going on here? Vitaly in for another play. He's just been so active in this game so far. Analog able to push forward as well with that follow-up stun in the shackle. The focus fire comes through and Cara is dead. And again, as we were sort of mentioning before, Egoboys, no buybacks here. There's one on Alone, but neither of those 2 dead heroes have them. And here comes Hokori looking to push the high ground once again.
Yeah, and really, they do have Glyph. They might be able to force out these heroes slightly, but it feels like, again, without this Snapfire, that was sort of the key hero that they were missing before. That's why they didn't really defend too hard, but you have that dieback still playing against you. You have that timer, and it feels like without the Glyph, the mid tower is also very low, so they've got to get something. They've got to get a miracle play going. The issue is Lumiere's not giving it to you, but Kingteka, there's the disruption, though. Yeah,
they're not going to be able to pull him all the way back as Lumiere will hold his ground. Vitaly's in there with the arena as well. Kingteka already dead, and now Rises, he's just going to get locked down. The Stone Gaze actually sort of locks him in place first, and now he's dead, and there's still no buyback. But Alone in there with the Epi, he's going to be able to take down Elmisho, but what else can they do here? Really not a lot. Tano's dead. Alone is just going to sit in the corner and think about what he's done, and, well, it's like the ending to Blair Witch. He just sits in the corner, and then it's over for no reason, so Hokori are going to be able to clear it out, full 5-man wipe. That's a Blair Witch
waiting
Project
for the
reference
GG.
for you, by the way, if you're over the age of 30. As Hokori are going to be able to take the win. We can reference old movies because there's really not a whole lot to talk about here. Hokori just closed that one out, and that's the win that they needed. They're at least sort of going to be in position now to contend with D2 Hustlers.